Good morning, everyone. Happy week 5. We just have 2 more weeks this semester, and I look forward to working with you for the next 2 weeks. This week, we will be discussing the advantages and disadvantages of online learning and begin writing another academic essay or paragraphs. For grammar, we will learn how to fix run-ons and comma splices. At the end of this module, these are the things you will be able to do. Write problem solution body paragraphs, explain the problems with online learning and provide solutions, use vocabulary related to online learning, edit run-ons and comma splices. And finally, for our success tip, overcome rejection and failures. Rejection is when someone doesn't accept you, or you try to do something like get a job and you are not accepted. This is called rejection. So we will learn how to get over that. These are the assignments for this week. By Tuesday, please watch this video and read the overview, which I'm doing with you right now. Write a comment on last week's discussion post, Growth Mindset. So last week you watched a video and we read an article about having a growth mindset, this idea that your brain can develop and grow. If you didn't have time to do the discussion, you still have time to do it. Basically, you write about your 2 big takeaways. That means what are 2 things that you learned this week? And you write one comment, at least one comment of 20 or more words. So you just click reply here to start your discussion post and read somebody else's and reply to write a comment. Also for Tuesday, read about the advantages and disadvantages of online learning. So we're moving on to a new topic. You'll be reading articles. And these were found on websites. So you're going to actually this week read 2 articles. One about the advantages of online learning. That's the good things about online learning. And another one about the disadvantages, the negative things about online learning. You can find the articles right here, so you need to click on them to read them. This one comes from Illinois Online, this university, and it's about the 5 benefits of studying online. And the second one is called 4 Common Challenges Facing Online Learners and How to Overcome Them. So you just click here to find the article. In Tuesday's Zoom session, we'll actually be talking about advantages and disadvantages. So before you read the articles in your notebook, write down some ideas and we'll talk about them in class on Tuesday. For these 2 articles, I have a vocabulary set to help you with the reading and actually to help you with the writing this week. These are some words related to technology and online learning. And here are some flashcards that you can practice. You can practice learning these words. So what are classes that meet in person where you can be close, face to face? They're face-to-face classes. And you can also choose a study mode. There's different ways to study the vocabulary. So for Tuesday, just read the articles, okay? And then on Wednesday, with Professor Farrell, you'll be going over those readings. For Friday, study the vocabulary related to online learning. Grammar, watch the video about run-ons and comma splices and take the quiz. So this week we're going to be talking about how to improve your sentence structure. So run-ons on comma splices are a common type of mistake students make. And it has to do with punctuation, when to use a comma, period, or semicolon, and the use of conjunctions and the correct punctuation. So some of you have been asking me questions about this. I think this lesson will really help you in understanding how to use punctuation correctly and conjunctions correctly. Okay, so you're going to watch the video and then there's a quiz that you'll take. For Friday, also, if you want, you can revise and edit your success essay. I'm going to be writing some comments, some suggestions for improvement. So if you want, you can do the essay again, or if you didn't write an essay, your body paragraphs. If you want to keep on making them better, you could do that this week. And then finally, for Friday, you're going to write 2 body paragraphs, or actually 1. You could write 1 to 3 body paragraphs, depending on your level, for your problem solution essay about online learning. So this week we're going to you'll write 1 to 3 body paragraphs for a problem solution essay about online learning. What are some problems with online learning? And how can college students overcome these problems? So here's sort of like an outline of how to write these body paragraphs. You have your topic sentence. One problem with online learning is, so explain what one major problem is. For example, one problem with online learning is technology, the technology component. And then you explain the problem. So why is technology difficult? Is it because Wi-Fi, or is it because maybe students don't have the technical skills to study online? Or you could give a personal experience example. So you're going to explain this problem and then give suggestions. Well, how can students overcome this problem? So here you want to give a solution with details, examples. You could talk about your personal experience. How did you overcome this problem? And then your conclusion sentence. So if you're at the level where you can write 1 paragraph, write 1 paragraph. Or maybe you could do 2 body paragraphs or 3. So 1 to 3 body paragraphs. Okay, you can look at the readings for ideas, but please do not copy from the article. I want this to be in your own words. Okay? And make sure you read this right here. This explains what you need in the writing. You need it to be organized, a title, topic sentences, supporting sentences, and a conclusion sentence. For language, you need 5 or more academic words from that vocabulary set I showed you. You want to try to use different types of sentences. Avoid run-ons and comma splices. And use the connecting strategies we learned last week. Also, for these vocabulary, please underline them so I can see them, so I know you included them. For Sunday, the focus is going to be on the success tip about overcoming failures, and you're going to write a discussion post. And you have your reading homework with Professor Farrell. So this video is about is by Jia Jiang, and it's titled "What I Learned from 100 Days of Rejection." So rejection was one of his biggest fears in life, and he talks about this project that he did so that he can overcome failures and rejections. It's actually kind of a funny video, and it's really good and interesting. So I recommend, I think you'll enjoy it, and I recommend watching it. You have to watch it because it's part of the class. These are some vocabulary words in the video, and then you'll watch this video, and then answer the questions, the quiz questions. The last couple of questions are open. Like, what did you learn from this video? You could write anything. What did you learn? And what is one new word you learned? Okay, you can write down the sentence from the video, copy what he said, underline the word, or write the word, and then find the definition. You can use this dictionary. And then the discussion post. So for this week's discussion post, you're going to share a story about a time when you were rejected or failed at something. What happened? How did you react? Like, what did you do after you failed or were rejected? Did you overcome this failure or rejection? And would you have done anything differently? You can type it. I'm actually going to make a video later this week. You can make a video. And you need at least one comment. That won't be due till next week, but you could do it from now. Okay, so that's basically the homework this week. I look forward to seeing you in Zoom, and as always, please reach out to me if you have any questions or need help. See you.